Okay. Good morning. So we're going to be doing our meditation of loving kindness today. But in thinking about it, I know that most people associate that meditation with Buddhism. And it is true that it is a tenet of the of Buddhist teachings, the compassion. But if you look at those words, loving kindness, you will actually find them in many teachings around the world, in the Bible, in Psalms. There's a passage that was translated loving kindness. It didn't say compassion, benevolence, loving kindness. And in yoga, in Sanskrit, it's called Maitri. And which is the same thing. It's that loving kindness, and I think it's metta in Buddhism, but it's everywhere. So my conclusion is that they can't all be wrong, right? So there must be something to this, that the entire spiritual world recognizes the importance of it. So with that in mind, come inside, close your eyes, and we shall begin. As you deepen your inhale, think about the idea of breathing in loving kindness, the loving kindness you need to bring to your own self. And when you exhale, only after you've taken care of yourself can you share it with others. So bring in with your breath loving kindness, and then devote it to others. So return to your natural breath. And open your eyes. Okay. Let's start as we always do with our neck, where we hold all that tension. Let's work on our neck. So let's start just by going from side to side, ear to shoulder, ear to shoulder. Drop your shoulders. Don't send your shoulder to your ear. It's your ear to your shoulder. Go from side to side. And then come back to center. Turn to look over your right shoulder and then over your left. And here now to go back and forth, go slowly, pausing at every spot. And then bring your head to neutral and say yes. No. And pause. So we're going to come to our shoulders now. So roll your shoulders, roll them back and roll them forward, and then pause. And we're going to do our bat wings. I don't know if we did this last week, but we did this recently, right? So bring your forearm over your forearm right in front of your shoulders and bow your head. So imagine you're upside down in a cave, hanging from some precipice, hanging from a tree perhaps, somewhere outside the cave. Nighttime falls, you lift your head. Open your wings, just part of the way, fingers pointing forward. Inhale, and then on an exhale, send your elbows back behind you. Your elbows are still bent. Make sure you're away from the back of your chair. And then spread your wings wide. Inhale, and then exhale, bring your palms together, curl your spine back behind you. On an inhale, push the air away so you can travel. You can fly, send your heart forward, curling it back and forth, and keep this going at your own pace, flying through the night sky. And then the next time you're in your cat spine, your wings are closed, palms together, back curled behind you, pause, and release your arms. So we're going to do that again. Try to remember which arm you had on top, and you're going to put the other one on top, only we're going to do this a little differently this time. Instead of just forearm on top of forearm, you're going to hug yourself, so that we can stretch our shoulders a little bit more, right? So hug yourself. So try to keep your elbows shoulder height. You're going to bow your head again. You're going to lift your head. And then your first move will, as you open up those wings, will bring forearm over forearm. And then with bent elbows, your fingers point forward. You're going to send your elbows back behind you. Your heart will come a little bit forward, but feel your shoulders opening up. And then spread your wings to relax your shoulders. Inhale, then exhale, palms forward, curl your spine behind you. Inhale, come forward with your heart. Exhale, keep flying at your own pace. Exhaling as you curl back, inhaling as your heart comes forward. And then next time you're curled back, release your arms. Right. Roll your shoulders again, just once or twice. Right. Should be nice and loose by now. Okay. Left arm alongside left ear. Right fingers pointing to the mat or to the floor. Your left fingers pointing to the sky. You're going to look up at your left fingers. You're going to look down at your right fingers. Up and look down. Another way to open up our neck, different movement. Look up at your left fingers, down at your right. And then switch. Bring your left arm down, your right arm up. Fingers to the mat, fingers to the ceiling. Look up at your right, look down, look up, and look down. Go at your own pace. And then the next time you're looking down, bring your arm down, your head to neutral. Right. So take the side of your seat, the back or a leg of your chair to hold with your right hand. Left arm comes up, lateral stretch. You can leave your right arm if you don't need the support. Just let it hang, let it reach down as you stretch to the right. Inhale, and on an exhale, place your left hand on your right knee. Swing your right arm behind you. Look over your right shoulder. Get taller on an inhale, and when you empty a breath, twist a little more. Place your left hand on your right thigh. Lift your right arm and stretch over to the left. Bring both arms slowly up to center and bring your hands to your lap. So let's do that on the other side, right? Okay, so take your chair or just let your fingers reach to the earth as your right arm goes to the left. Inhale, and then exhale, place your right hand on your left knee. Swing your left arm behind the chair, look over your left shoulder. Place your right hand on your left thigh. Lift your right arm. Stretch over to the right. Bring both arms up to center. Swing your arms behind you. Interlace your finger, that's Yoga Mudra. Send your knuckles down or on the back of the chair if you're facing that way. And just allow your heart to open up a little baby back bend. Inhale, and then on an exhale, fold over your legs, any amount. Any amount. Let your arms and your Yoga Mudra just lie comfortably on your back. Let your head drop. And then very slowly unfold. Let your head be the last body part to come up. Right. All right, great. All right. So let's do our hip circles. So come away from the back of your chair and rotate your whole torso. So you're using your hip sockets here. So make that effort to go all the way back, go all the way to the side, come forward. Make the effort not to use your belly, not to circle from the middle, but to circle from your hips, from your hip joint. And you're facing forward, pause, take a couple of breaths, and then go the other way. And then come to sit. All right. Reach up with your right hand. Reach up with your left. Grab hold of what you want from up there. Make a fist. Bend your elbows. Send your elbows back behind you in a straight line. On an inhale, send your arms all the way up, straighten them. Make a fist. Send your elbows back behind you, your elbows back. Working our triceps a little over here. Inhale, reach up. Take hold and pull it down with all your might. Pull it down. Feel your elbows reaching back behind you. And then release. Again, come to the, away from the back of your chair. I know you're probably already there. And extend your right leg, or either one, doesn't matter which, but just remember which one. And make circles, So again, it's important, so come a little bit farther. We don't want to make circles from our knee. The circle has to be from the hip. So make sure you're not using your knee to make these circles, you're using your hip joint. And then pause and wait a second. And then go the other way. And pause. Okay. Other leg. Lift it just a little and make your circles. Pause, and then go the other way. And pause. All right. So you're going to have, your legs are together. You're going to open them up a little bit, walk them away a little bit. And you're going to bring your arms down inside your legs. All right. You're going to crisscross them and bring your hands, your forearms are under your thighs. Your hands are outside your legs, right? And just relax them. Maybe you'll hold on to your thigh. You can do that as well. And you're going to curl your spine, bringing the crown of your head down, hanging your head. This is a chair variation of Kramasana, the tortoise. Your back is your shell. And you're going to lift your head just a little bit to peek out of your shell. Your feet are your little feet, your other hands, your hands are your back feet. And you're going to come back into your shell, nothing good out there. Inhale, come out of your shell. Exhale, slide back in. Release your arms and bring them all the way back up onto your thighs. Right. So we're going to do some other reptiles and amphibians today. We're going to try to do a cobra pose. And the way we're going to do a cobra pose, seated. So we've already done a back bend, so this one will be a little deeper. Your hands are on your lap. You're going to slide your hands back, all the way back to your hips. Try to keep your elbows reaching toward your shoulders down. So you don't want your shoulders up here, and I was just doing that. You want them down. And your upper arms close to your ribs. Hands here. And you're going to come forward just a little bit. So imagine that your legs were back behind you. So this is a half a cobra. This is a cobra that comes up out of the basket, you know, when you play the flute to it or whatever that instrument is. Yeah, and the cobra comes up. And then come up to sit with a neutral spine. And then send your spine back behind you just to have a counter pose to that deep back bend. Hang your head and pause and breathe. And then come back up to sit. Right, good. Right. So we've got cobras and we have tortoises. And so we're going to do a lizard a little bit later. But first, let's do a sun salutation. So inhale, gather. Look up at your prayer. Exhale as your hands fly out, fold over your legs. Come any amount. Let your arms come inside your legs or rest them on your thighs. And just hang over, let your head drop. Keep your right hand, oh, wait. First, we have to come back up halfway to a flat back. So lift your head, your shoulders up, making a flat back, crown of your head pointing forward. Inhale, and on an exhale, fold back down. Lift your head, let your right arm, if your fingers can't touch the floor, or your palm can't touch the floor, then just let them reach for it as you release your left arm and send it up to the sky. Inhale, and then exhale, bring it back down. You're going to fly out and up and down the center line. Okay, we have to do the other side. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, fold, arms come inside your legs. This time you're leaving your right hand or fingertips on the floor, and you're fanning open your right arm to the right. Fold back down. Hang over one moment. And then fly out and up and bring your prayer to your heart. All right, good. All right. Okay. So let's just do our ankles. So lift your either leg and rotate your foot and go both ways. And point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. And then bring that back down. Other leg, rotate. Point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Okay. All right. So I want you to imagine that there's this great big tree in front of you. Beautiful tree. And you're even starting to see some buds on the trees. And you're gonna hug that tree. You're just gonna hug it. So make a big circle with your hands. You can interlace your fingers and just hug it. And then send your hands away from you and your back a little bit away. So you're stretching so that to mimic the hug of the tree, your whole body is working, not just your arms. Oh, and release it. All right, good. All right, so now we're going to do a lizard pose. So we're going to come to standing for that. And I'm going to ask you, now you can try this pose, right, to lift your foot. So hold on to the chair and put your left foot on the chair. If that's an issue for you, you can bring your knee to the chair. Best if you could put your foot on it. All right. Your foot that's supporting you on the floor, the toes are pointed towards the chair. You're going to place one, I have my left leg on the chair. So the right arm is coming in first, the left second. You're going to make a flat back, as flat as it can be. You're at a slight angle. And you're going to bend your elbows and come forward, and come back a little bit. And then come forward and freeze. Stop here. There might be something you see that looks very delicious. Maybe a fly is going by. So you are a lizard on top of a rock. Keep those elbows bent a little bit more. And now we're going to do a little tongue yoga. So stick your tongue out a few times. 1, 2, 3. Tasty little fly. And then straighten your arms. Bring one hand to the back of the chair, the other to your seat, so you can safely bring your left or your foot that was up down. All right. I'm going to do it on the other side. So now your other leg comes up, and try to get your toes to point, your standing toes to point to the chair. We all good? All right. So one hand's on the back of the chair. The hand that's free comes down first inside your leg, and then the other, so that you have complete support, right? And then bend your elbows, look forward. All right, do a little tongue yoga. Good. All right. Let's hold this for a second. So we did all that work with our hips and our shoulders, to try and help make this a little easier. Straighten your arms. Bring one hand to the back of the chair. Keep the other on the seat as you remove your foot. Good. Right. So, we're running out of time, but what I'd like to do is, even though we're talking about lizards and amphibians, I'd like to add a dog into the mix, all right? So step away from your chair. Your chair should be facing you, the seat facing you. Bring your arms up overhead, bend over, bring the palms of your hands on the seat of the chair. Make sure your chair is stable and it won't slide, because you're going to walk back with your legs. Walk back, keep walking back, keep walking back, until you can get your ears between your arms, your head. And maybe you can walk back even a little bit more for a downward facing dog. And then when we're in dog, we always walk our dog, and we do that by bending one knee and then straightening it, and bending the other knee and straightening it, and then alternating, like pedaling in place. Finally, the knees get a little work, and your calves, and your shins. Look up and begin to walk toward your chair. And come up to stand. Come around to the back of your chair. And when we talk about earth creatures, and the reason I was thinking of earth is that of Mother Earth, and the Mother Earth is the goddess, so we need to have a goddess involved here. But before we get to our goddess, let's do a little squatting, because goddess demands some squatting. So hands on the back of your chair. You're going to bend your knees a little bit and then straighten them. Bend them a little bit more and then straighten them. Bend a little bit more and then straighten them. And then come to as far down as you can comfortably go. Your elbows should be bent so that you can bend a little bit more. Push your feet into the mat to come up to stand. We're going to do that again, only this time we're going to go our full range right away. So go slowly, but go there. You don't have to go gradually this time. So here we go. On, and you're going to inhale, and on an exhale, you're going to squat as far as you can comfortably go. Push your feet into the mat and come back up. Okay, so for goddess now, let me think about this. You can keep your chair in front of you. That might be a good idea. I was going to have you do it without the chair, just having the chair nearby, but let's do it this way. All right. And you're going to open your legs wider than the chair, if possible, right? And you're going to swivel your feet so that they're kind of on a 45-degree angle, right? And you're going to bend your knees. Now, do what you did before. You can come down as far as you can, but wait a second before you do. This is important. You want your knee, your kneecap right here to track with your middle toe, with the middle of your toes, right? So they track over there. You don't want your knee going this way and your foot going another way, okay? So keep that alignment to protect your knees, both sides. So make sure you're doing that as you come down, right? You can even bring your hands to your knees to make sure they're going the right direction. And you can bend your legs any amount. All right, so you have the chair and bring it up against your belly. The good thing about this is that it keeps your pelvis nice and straight, right? And then bring your hands into cactus shape. And then we have our dancing goddess, right? So you bring one hand to your belly, the other arm frames your head. You're gonna inhale, you're gonna exhale in the direction of the hand that's on your belly. You're gonna inhale to center, exhale other side, switch arms. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Bring your hands to the back of the chair, straighten your legs first. Swivel your feet so they're pointing forward, and then step them together. Come back to sit. All right, good. All right, so a little homage to Mother Earth. So let's do an inversion, a forward fold, before we come to Shavasana. Send your arms out and up, separate your legs a little bit. Fly out and fold inside your legs, just fold. Let your head bow down, let the crown of your head reach for the earth. Slowly bring your forearms onto your thighs. And even more slowly, unfold. Head comes up last. Keep your chin to your chest until you're sitting upright. And then bring your head to neutral. All right. Now we can come in to Shavasana. Allow your whole body to relax as if you were surrendering it to the earth. to our Mother Earth. Relax your arms, relax your legs, relax your back, your head. Let your whole body soften. Completely relax. Om Namah Shivaya. I surrender to transformation and welcome the changes that will lead me to who I am. Take a deep breath. Awaken your body. And make yourself ready for our meditation. So ground your feet to the earth. Begin, as you close your eyes, begin to follow your breath. Just notice your breath and the journey it takes as it enters your nose and spreads from your lungs throughout your body. Bring your awareness to your heart center. Feel your heart beating. And notice that when you're still and you bring your awareness, you can feel your heartbeat throbbing. You can feel it pulsating throughout your body. When we think of compassion, of loving kindness, we think about sending loving kindness out to others. But we must be compassionate to ourselves first. So as you focus on your heart, say these words to yourself. I will give you time to repeat them to yourself. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well in body and in mind. May I be safe from inner and outer dangers. May I be at ease, happy and free. Now picture in your mind's eye all the people that you love dearly, that you know, that you care for, even acquaintances, people from your world that are important to you, and send them this prayer. But see them first, see them there, see them all as if they were standing right in front of you, smiling back at you. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well in body and in mind. May you be safe from inner and outer dangers. May you be at ease, happy and free. Now bring to mind people who have challenged you, those who may have hurt you, people that it may just be difficult to be around. And send them this prayer because they may need it more than anyone. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well in body and in mind. May you be safe from inner and outer dangers. May you be at ease, happy and free. Now open our hearts still further and think of everyone in your community, in your state, in your country, in the entire world. Imagine children playing, people conversing, traffic going by. Imagine a beautiful lakeside scene, people splashing. And you bring to mind all the things this world has to hold. And Let's say this prayer together. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well in body and in mind. May we all be safe from inner and outer dangers. May we be at ease, happy and free. And feel your heart brimming with all of this love that you've shared. Allow it to fill you up. And feel it in your heart, throughout your body. Bow your head. Bring your hands to your heart. And when you are ready, you will lift your head and gradually open your eyes. Thank you all so much for being with me today. I wish you a day filled with loving kindness.